Hey everybody, Shoe Shack Redemption here for part 3 of Season 2 for my Pacers rebuild going on. Making sure everything's set up correctly before I get started here. Looks like we should be good to go. So, I left off with the off-season ready to go for 1985. So this 1985 draft, this is where, if you recall, I traded for the Knicks pick before this last season, hoping to get a chance at the number 1 pick. They had tied for the second worst record, so I was in pretty good shape. So I'll show the outcome of the lottery, as well as everything else leading up to it. So a quick recap. Craziness happened at the end of last season. I made it as the 8th seed, barely in the playoffs, and surprisingly upset the number 1 giant Boston Celtics, and then lost to the Cavs, I think, in 5 games. So, on to the next one. If you want to see who retired, some of the older guys that had already retired but were hanging around in the league here for me are now retired, and then everybody else is fake. So, not anybody of super huge importance, I would say. I had a fake coach retire. So Elvin Hayes was the best guy to retire, obviously. Got into the Hall of Fame here. He was actually on my team there last season. Historically, the changes happened, so some lottery changes, which did influence the way the lottery panned out. The Kings moved from Kansas City to Sacramento. Lakers got a new floor. The Nuggets get new uniforms and floor, and the Bulls got their new uniforms. So no longer with the Bulls or the Jordan rookie jerseys. Lottery. I'm just going to click it. So one of those rule changes was that the lowest 4 all had an equal chance at the number 1 pick. And that includes the pick I had through the Knicks, and the Pacers win the first pick in the 1985 draft. And I must say I was considering, is it Ewing? Is it Malone? I mean, Ewing was the real life number 1 pick. Malone was further down, but Malone had overall a better career. But for team fit, Ewing makes more sense. I'll show my roster here real quick. But I also have the 10th pick, which I'm not sure I'm going to hold on to that. Kind of depends on if anybody drops down there. So if you look at my team here, we've got Clark Kellogg, who's a power forward. He can play small forward, but I'd rather him not. He's a great rebounder and not very good at perimeter defense, so he needs to stay at power forward. So that's my key thought of, not really considering Karl Malone as much as I'd really like to pair him with John Stockton and keep them for a decade plus. Probably not going to happen. Marquise Johnson, shooting guard. I'd like to be able to make him back to small forward, potentially. Reed doesn't necessarily have to start or even stay on my team. He wasn't really all that great for me. He shot poorly, and I think he was bad in the playoffs as well. And Herb Williams is definitely on the trade block. Even after a surprising playoff win, he still hates my team and wants to be out of Indianapolis. So I'm thinking I might trade him with that 10th pick for a shooting guard to start. Or maybe I can trade up and get even higher in the draft, potentially if Chris Mullin or Joe Dumars are there. That would be wonderful. And then I could have kind of a compete now team, but really built for the future. If I have Stockton at 23, who I imagine is going to go up several overall. I've got going to be Patrick Ewing as the number 1 pick. I'm not sure what his overall is, probably like 84, 85, something like that. And then getting a shooting guard to start. That sounds like a winning team for now and the future. So probably trading Herb. We'll look into trading Lister because he's also angry. I don't know what it is about centers on this Pacers team, but they don't want to be here. So that's the team now. We're going to go ahead and get into the draft. I did sign some coaches, did the draft workout. So I'm going to click the draft, and we're going to get this thing going. I'm going to do manual just to see, because if by like the 5th pick, if Dumars and Mullen are still there, I might try to trade up and see if I can give Herb in the 10th for that pick. I have 19 offers for the number 1 pick. I will view them. I doubt they'll be good enough, but here we are. Robertson Cage, 4th pick, and Mahorn. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Nothing's going to be as good as Patrick Ewing, I would imagine. There's Nick's first next year. It's not going to be better than this one. The 86 class is not as strong as the 85. Dale Ellis in the 8th. Dale would be cool to have. Dawkins and King, 2 firsts. So the Nuggets actually had the worst record. They had the best chances at the number 1 pick. Didn't get it. So I've got 286 firsts. I'm not sure who the other one is. Larry Nance, Sigma, who has been great, but nothing's going to top Patrick Ewing. So we're going to back out of that, and the Pacers are now on the clock. If we go to, okay, he's 84, at least according to my scout. 84. We've got a few 79s here. Shrimp is a 78. Malone's a 77. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Ewing's 7 better from the start. And he's more of a position need for my team. Because Clark Kellogg is, even though he's kind of mad at my team too, I don't plan to trade him. I'm hoping by winning he'll be happier. Well, that's assuming I will win with Patrick Ewing. Dumars is down here, 74. Porter. So there's some good players. Hot Rod Williams is way down here. So if I go to projected draft, I think 2 assume it's Patrick Ewing and 1 say it's Karl Malone. So I'm going to make the 2 correct, and Patrick Ewing is weirdly going to be an Indiana Pacer, the rival of the future. There we go. And again, for user-controlled teams, it doesn't show them pictured for some reason. I don't know why. Here we go. The 2nd pick for this newly relocated Sacramento Kings, Detlef Schrempf. I did not expect that. Where is Karl Malone? Oh boy. Is it possible to trade for the 3rd? No, surely not. Wow. So if this is Malone, any order this goes, Malone, Dumars, and Mullen, I think I want to try to trade for the 5th, but I doubt I can get up to the 3rd. And that still wouldn't make sense because I have Kellogg. Oh my gosh, Karl Malone still didn't get picked. It must really matter what their current overall is. Joe Dumars went to the Rockets. He would have been the best fit for my team, probably, because he's a really good defender on the perimeter and doesn't have to score a lot. I already have Johnson, Kellogg, and now Ewing who can score. But that's not to be. Wow. So the Bullets, who drafted Charles Barkley in the previous season, I'm going to pause and I'm just going to see. Can I do their pick? Bullets 4th. The only trade they'll take is Patrick Ewing. All right. Well, I have to see, because now it's just crazy that Malone's still there. There's no way he's dropping to the 10th, but I just want to see what the 10th can get me. Or, well, no, the 10th and Herb, I guess. That looks terrible. World B free would kind of fit my team. He shoots a lot, though. I don't need more shots. There's Dale Ellis. Get Spanovich back on the team? I don't think so. If that's the Nuggets pick, that's a really good pick. But I don't really want Danny Shays. Although he'd be a decent backup for Ewing for a year. Shot 50%. So that can maybe be entertained. But I can wait until I get to my pick for that one. I just wanted to do it in case something with the fourth pick showed up. Okay. Let me go back here. And I assume the Bullets... Well, will they get Malone if they have Barkley? I don't know what's happening. Xavier McDaniel at fourth. Is it really matter so much what their current overall is? I feel like this is craziness. Let's see what I can get. Marquise Johnson, Butch Carter, and Herb. Like, that's not that much to give up for Karl Malone. But what do I do when I don't want to trade Clark Kellogg? And he really, I don't feel like he did play small forward for me in this year, 83-84. He was my starting small forward until I think I traded for Marquise Johnson. Or no, even then I think he was small forward because I had Herb and Stepanovic starting. He did well, but he can't move quick enough, I feel like. He's not really a shooter so much as like a low post player. His interior defense is 14 better than his perimeter. He's a really solid rebounder. He's actually not as good as I thought he was at rebounding. 66 speed. Lateral quickness is 58. That is not a small forward. That is a power forward. I don't want to have to trade him. He's got 1 year left. Karl Malone, guys. I could get Karl Malone with Stockton Ewing and still have Marquise Johnson. I don't know what's happening. Does it show? Okay, there's the picks. So Ewing 84, 78 Shrimp, 77 McDaniel. I've got to go down here to 74 Dumar, so his potential must be amazing. But, like, he was the second pick, and nobody projected him higher than fourth. Is it all based on team need? I mean, based on how this is going, Mullen could be next. Or Tisdale. Malone is 77, has 17 badges, which is more than anybody, it looks like. 77. Could he be a backup for a year and I let Kellogg become a free agent? Is that too much scoring on one team? Ceiling Hall of Fame, floor starter, Hall of Fame starter. What are these guys? All-star starter. Maybe people's scouts are really bad. Maybe that's what's happening. Oh boy. This is really weird. Like, I want to take advantage of this, the fact that Karl Malone is slipping, but I don't know that it makes sense for this team. Malone and Ewing together as dominant low post scorers. I'm going to let this one go. Oh my gosh, he's still there. Wayman Tisdale got picked. And he's even the same position. Holy moly. The Spurs. Okay. Let's go see what the Spurs want for this. Oh, it can't be. Oh no. So they can't trade it until after they pick. So this one I can't do anything about. And I'm guessing, oh my gosh, it's Chris Mullin. It's Chris Mullin. That's the guy I actually wanted originally. Him or Dumars would have made the most sense trading up. Okay, what about the Clippers? At this point, is there a chance he actually falls to me? I wouldn't think so, but who knows? Oh, I can't trade for that one either. So, the fifth was my chance, and I passed it up. Patrick Ewing and my Bulls pick from next year for this pick and Bill Walton. No, thank you. There's Karl Malone. He's on the Clippers. And now I don't think I can choose him. It's weird. You can't do Trade Finder for draft picks. You can only offer something and hope they show up. Like once the people are picked, they're like gone. So let's see if any of those rookies show up. I'm guessing not. There's that Nuggets pick. Man, that really did not go the way I was hoping it would. I guess I still could have traded for the fifth when I was looking at it and gotten Mullen, but I wouldn't draft Mullen over Karl Malone, even if it is more of a team need. All right, let's just see. Benoit Benjamin. So they got Benjamin and who did they get before? Where's it? There's a summary. Tisdale. So they got some beefy guys for the middle. Interesting stuff. Suns get Charles Oakley. I'm hoping I get some good trade offers. Yes, I would like to view them. No, thank you. That's nonsense. Mahorn, Greenwood. The Celtics are way too good to try to get their picks. Mark Eaton, Larry Drew. I will need like a veteran point guard to help mentor Stockton, but probably not one that's better than him. Lakers, I don't really want their picks. Pistons, Tree Rollins. I guess he would be a good mentor for Ewing if I get rid of Herb and Lister. Gilmore's, oh my gosh. I was going to say Gilmore's expensive, but Rollins makes even more. Macy. Alright, so not great. Who do we have left? Oh, I don't like the top of the list. Projection-wise, it says Michael Adams, Terry Porter, Reynolds, Porter, Adams, Green, Porter, Adams, Green. Well, point guard doesn't make sense because I just drafted John Stockton last year. He's the point guard of the future for my team. AC Green could make sense as my backup forward to start out, which right now that's, well, Butch Carter and Elvin Hayes was my backup power forward. He just retired. Hot Rod could be a backup as well. AC Green makes the most sense, but what makes more sense is trading this and Herb. So a lot fewer offers now that everybody's made their draft picks. Dale Ellis is an interesting one because he kind of fits what I need. But the Nuggets' potential like first pick next year, the 86 class though, it's Brad Daugherty's class, which I'm obviously not getting Brad Daugherty if I get the number 1 pick again, not to be with Patrick Ewing. Joe Carroll, wow, making a lot of money as well. All right, what if I give him somebody lesser value? There are more offers now. Bill Walton, the Clippers really want to get rid of him. How many badges does he have? Because he would be another good mentor. 21 badges. He'd be a mentor for Ewing. I don't know if he'd be happy being a backup. I guess they're trading him just because he's so much money. Knicks top 3 with Wedman. Danny Shays again. I mean, right now AC Green's not looking terrible. I also considered trading Reed. Looks like he's the same stars as, he's 2.5 stars like Lister was. Larry Drew. There's Benjamin, who was the 8th pick. That Nuggets pick keeps looking nice. Okay, the last thing I can do is try to offer a combination of these guys. So there's Cartwright. Bill Cartwright. And John Drew. LaSalle and Larry Drew. Cook and King. Banks and Gilmore. So they're giving me, like, every team's giving me 280 guys. So what happened? What if I just trade both these centers that are angry? LaSalle and Drew. There's Tisdale. Tisdale was the 5th pick, and Dale Ellis. Now, if I could have got the 5th pick and Dale Ellis for this before, I would have drafted Karl Malone. Dawkins, King, Moore, Gilmore. All right, and then what if it's Herb and Reed? Oh, only one offer, Drew and Cartwright. It doesn't make sense to keep Herb Williams. He's mad, and he's not going to play with Patrick Ewing on the team. Do I have anything else I can trade? Not really. I hope that pick's not good. Oh, it can't be traded. Evidently, because my 86 pick is protected, potentially. So what made the most sense to me Larry Drew's not quite old enough to be a mentor to Stockton. This, if it's the Nuggets' actual pick, and it is, like if you look at their team, they're actually, I mean, they've got a 3-headed monster here, but then they have nothing else. Like they had, I think, well, there's 5 real people, and I think one guy retired who was on their team. So they have a bunch of fake people playing. But that won't necessarily be the case after free agency. I have to consider that too. This is tough. Is there anybody through the league that I want to target to be like that starting shooting guard in my new lineup? I could also look for that. I'm not going to try for like George Gervin because that's not going to happen. But somebody a little more realistic. I'm guessing Drexler's not realistic. Nope. Is there anybody? They tried to give me Robertson. Marquise for Robertson, no. Oh, I'm not sure how much cap space I'm going to have to sign anybody. There's Michael Jordan. Don't think that's happening. Ricky Pierce. I'd rather it be a defensive player. T.R. Dunn's a defensive player. But he's 30. 10th for Dunn and Hastings. Carter in a second. Lister in a second. That loses me money. Oh. I don't see anybody. I mean, Dale Ellis is not the defender I just mentioned. Johnson, Herb in a second. Like, that looks Herb and Reed. So 2 guys I was looking to trade for 2 young guys with potential. I save a little bit of money. Derek Harper would become my backup point guard and could play some shooting guard. He's not the mentor that Stockton needs because they're like the same age. Dale Ellis pretty much replaces Robert Reed and would probably start. He started most games for the Mavs. That looks pretty nice. Alright, so let's remember that one. I clicked on Ellis to get that up. The thing that I haven't done yet is just try Herb. What does Herb alone get me? Junior Bridgman. World Be Free is 18 points a game. Quinn Buckner, Bill Walton, Kevin Willis, and Dunn. Willis would be a good backup big guy. He only shot 39% for some reason. Mark Eaton. There's Larry Drew again. McAdoo, a first, and Thornton. No thanks. There's the Nuggets 86. Rollins is expensive. I don't want to lose money here. Alright, let's try the same thing with Lister, who might need to be traded on his own. Craig Hodges, get me a sharpshooter. Thornton. Is that their pick? If that's their pick, I'm probably doing it. But maybe I try. Did I ever do that? I don't think so. What does this get me? Willis and Dunn. There's Benjamin. So no Dale Ellis in that one. Okay. Well, I'm going to make that change. So do they have potential over here? B plus and a B. I don't know necessarily what that equates to. But they're very young. They both have 2 years left. If I click both. Oh, they want Patrick Ewing. No thanks. Okay. So if I just click Ellis. That one's not bad. Herb and a second versus trading Reed for Harper. What did... I didn't do Reed on his own, did I? Sorry, I didn't expect this to take so long. The draft didn't go at all the way I assumed it would. Maybe I did already do this. There's Charles Oakley, but it's also me trading a first-round pick. Okay. I think I'm good with taking in Derek Harper to be my backup point guard, and then I can sign somebody with some experience and some badges to help Stockton along. But Robert Reed, he was a good, decent defender, but really took a step down. And now that he's 29, he might actually go down, I don't know, Usually when they get around 30, people go down in like some of the more athletic attributes. Dale and Harper, Herb and Reed. Let's go. Do I try getting a pick? Probably not. It seems like I think 88 is what I was missing. Okay, let's say the Bulls 86 and Butch Carter. No thanks. Can I do... Cannot be traded. Cannot be traded. Cool. Well, that limits me. Alright, let's try that then. I love that when it's what they actually offered. Yet they won't do it because I already messed with it. Alright, I have to just go straight in. It says I'm getting, so Herb and Harper are the same stars. Ellis is a whole star more than Reed because he's young. Boom. So I still have this 10th pick. I did that and I still have the 10th pick. Oh, so that could still be AC Green if I draft. Did that make anyone else expendable on my team? So Stockton and Harper, I'm going to get an old guy. Heck, it might be Tiny Archibald again to be the third guy to help mentor them. Edwards is gone. Hollins is gone. Fake Dellavedova's gone. We have Johnson, who I was wanting to make my small forward. I guess he could still be if I could find a shooting guard, and Dale could be my 6th man. Nobody's really expendable. I don't necessarily need Butch Carter, I guess. Once I trade Lister, I'm going to need a new backup center, but that's going to be a guy with badges to mentor Ewing, if there's such a thing that can actually help Patrick Ewing get better. Or I trade for Bill Walton, and he would do that. Craig Hodges. Like, that's not terrible, but doesn't really help me moving forward. Mark Eaton has a year left and gives me a first-round pick in the future. The Jazz are pretty good, I believe. I think he's... Oh, he shot better. They have like 3 centers who are... Or 2 centers that are better than him. That's not bad. Eaton could mentor Ewing and be my backup. He'll probably be angry. I don't know. It's 1 better, but he's not going to go up anymore. That pick's probably not going to be better than the 10th. Drew. Bob McAdoo is old. Here's Danny Shays again. The thing is, if I get AC Green, that's a lot more youth for a team. I'm kind of missing the experience. I have Marquise Johnson, and that's about it. I just traded Herb and Reed. So Walton is 4 better. It gets rid of all my cap space if I have that at all. Eaton actually makes less. Is this the actual Jazz pick? It is. He makes less and is 1 better. But didn't something pop up when I just had Lister that I wanted? Like the Nuggets pick or something crazy. Didn't seem right. No? I kind of thought it was. I'm going to go seek that out. First round 86 Nuggets. No? Was it the Mavericks? Yeah. The Mavericks just drafted 2 guys, but aren't really great. I don't think. That's why the Mavericks had 2 top picks, because they had their own and the Nuggets. So this doesn't look bad. Then I can maybe sign a center. I think that's my 80. That's the Warriors' 82nd. Can I just get something else back? Actually, oh man. Will you do that? Only if I trade that one. What about this? Okay, well, I'd rather trade mine, I guess, a year later. Alright. Goodbye, Alton Lister. I'll get another first for next year that might make some sense. Alright, so now I have 3 first-round picks in 86, again, because I traded one of those to get the 85 one I have, or that ended up getting Ewing. So now I still have this 10th pick. I still haven't solved that problem. I don't think there's anybody else I want to trade. Butch Carter would be the last guy I could trade. It's probably going to give me a lot of the same things here. There's Mark Eaton again. Alright. One last look before I probably just end up getting AC Green. Celtics. That gives me, again, my backup center that doesn't work very well. T.R. Dunn would be my starting shooting guard. Eaton in a second. Larry Drew first. Pistons first. Drew Rollins. Again, he would be a good mentor. Is it more important to get a mentor for Ewing, who really won't play that much, or somebody that could possibly be a key in my rotation for several years? I think just by the way I said that, I know where I'm leading. Alright, let's just do one run through here. So AC Green, projected 12th or 13th. By the way the draft is gone, who knows where he'll actually go. Harry Porter. There's Hot Rod. I don't feel like AC Green's going to have all that much potential, but he's a really solid player. Michael Adams has all-star potential. I guess I can look at this. Ceiling all-star, floor bench. Porter, all-star bench. Green, starter bench. Like, that doesn't seem like I should be getting him. None of these other guys are very good. Hot Rod, all-star bench. So if we've got like 4 guys to choose from that can be all-stars. I guess no, I just got Derek Harper. So backup point guard doesn't even make sense now. Can I trade down? Is that possible? If I want AC Green, can I trade down to like 12th and see? Let's try the 11th. I can't do that. 12th? Why? Why wouldn't you try to take my current pick? 13th? No? Oh, I don't think AC Green makes sense for the 10th pick. He doesn't have the potential that would make him worth it. So now here I am again doing the same thing. You can tell I'm very undecided here. Bill Walton. I keep considering it. He has 21 badges versus Eaton, who has 12. There are, let's see, 2 bronze, a lot of gold and silver here on defense. Bill Walton has a lot more on offense, 1 shooting, playmaking even, and not any gold on defense or rebounding. So Walton, the problem was the cap space, but he's 3 better. Eaton I actually get a pick with, and Rollins was the other one. If Rollins has an extra year, he has 16 badges, so he's right in the middle of the 2. Walton has, well, Eaton has the most golds, it seemed like, that would be potentially good for Ewing. I'm just going to do it. I guess worst case, if he gets mad or something, I can trade him. Bill Walton's going to be mentoring Patrick Ewing. He's probably going to drive him crazy. Oh, okay. Let's see who they wanted. Blair Rasmussen. All right, well, that's not somebody I considered. There's a trade here for the 11th pick and the 2nd rounder, Grunfeld, and 2 years from now, because the Knicks wanted AC Green. All right, the Mavericks with their 3rd pick here. Okay, they're trading their pick because they don't want another rookie. Getting TR Dunn in a 2nd. Hawks get Mario Ellie. That seems really high for him. Jerry Reynolds to the Warriors. Terry Porter to the Hawks. Michael Adams to the Mavericks. How many picks did the Mavericks have? Spud Webb to the Bucks. So 2 tiny point guards go back-to-back. Koncak to the Blazers. Klein to the Sonics. Hot Rod to the Pistons. Winnington to the Sixers. Vincent to the Blazers. Brown to the Jazz. Manute Bowles on the Lakers. He might win some championships there. That's the end of the 1st. There aren't many real people left. There's one. Cedric Toney to the Nuggets. Pinckney to the Bulls. Catledge to the Bulls. Wilkins to the Knicks. Fake guy right there. Fake. Sam Mitchell's on the Nets. Taron Corbin also on the Nets. Fake. 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 Oh, the fake guys. Chucky Bridges. That's a fun name. And there we go. All right. Let's sign these rookies up. Patrick Ewing with his 12 badges. He'd see they're not all gold or silver, so I'm hoping. Oh no, I got Walton, that's right. I was thinking Mark Eaton's badges. So I'm just hoping Bill Walton, some of his, because he had a lot of offensive ones and he had some playmaking ones. I'm hoping some of those Patrick Ewing can learn from. Boom. Options, don't have any. There probably aren't any in the league. Nope. There are none. Cool. Qualifying offers. I'm not. Well, Chuck Nevitt was actually decent. He played 33 games, averaged 10 minutes a game in those. His free throw percentage was 21%. That's not good, but his field goal percentage was 52. 7 points, 8 rebounds, but I'm guessing I can get him for the minimum. I think that's how I got him to begin with, so we will not offer them. Now let's go see my team. I have 8 people. They're all rotational people. Let's see. So Walton is my backup center, and will likely play some with Ewing. Oh my gosh, he's number 13. I've got to fix that. I'll wait till the season starts. Harper also needs to change his number. Harper's backing up at shooting guard and point guard. Dale Ellis, I think, is starting, because I could start Ellis with Johnson, or I could start Harper and Johnson even. Harper's a much better defender. That's an interesting thought. He's 6'4", he could play shooting guard. Might be something I mess with in the season. So Butch Carter is my backup shooting guard small forward. So I'm missing a power forward, like a backup power forward. That's really it. Somehow with 8 people, I pretty much have everything covered. So most of my rotational minutes are with these guys. But if I can afford somebody at shooting guard, then I'm fine with all of those guys coming off the bench. Let's go see who's there. I don't have any cap room, so forget that. I'd have to have somebody for the minimum. Are there any cap holds that are... I think it already takes into account those. Well, I know that Franklin Edwards is not coming back to my team, nor is this fake guy. Fernston was awful, so he is also gone. And Hollins was a minimum. I don't think that actually does anything here, no. Alright, so where's the first guy that could potentially take the minimum? Caldwell Jones is... Let's go by position. A third center will be necessary. There really aren't that many. Tony, Mitchell, and Johnson are the 3 top free agents. A lot of the older guys have long deals when you start this. So it takes a while for the good guys to hit free agency. Which kind of makes sense, because people stayed put a lot more back then. So all these guys that are 90, that's the new minimum. So 81 was the minimum, now it's 90. So I kind of want Chuck Nevitt to come back and be my third center. So I think I'll do that. Not for 250, I promise you that. So I guess we'll go ahead. I only have 3 offers, so maybe I keep looking before I do him. Power forward was the position I actually need. Terry Catledge is here because he wasn't drafted in the first round. Wow. He will not take the minimum. I don't blame him. Sam Mitchell's also here. That's who drafted him, I believe, was the Nets. Robish is here. So I could give Neely... Oh, nope, he has an offer for, say, 250. Wow. But he's fine with the minimum. Anybody here? Pinckney. Clippers and Bulls. I think the Bulls are who's drafted him. Corbin here. So all the second rounders who don't get signed for some reason, then they may become free agents. Jelly Bean Bryant did well when he did play for me. Rick Carlisle. Looks like he's going to the Nuggets. Not a lot of choices. Is there a third guy? Ooh, I can. Does that mean I have his... I don't know why I can go over the cap for him, but I think I will. He's got 24 badges. He played well. He started about half the season before I put Stockton in. So I think Tiny Archibald will be one of my offers. If I don't get him, Dunleavy would make sense, but he has an offer from the Jazz. So let's make Archibald one of my offers. Give him that. So that's good for my point guards. I'll have 3. Power forward was the one I really needed. There's nobody here that's really going to take my minimum offer that I can give that I want on my team. Reggie Johnson, Ed Neely. I could try him, but there's no way he's going to take that over a 250 offer that he has. I don't want Fernston back. Scooter McRae might take my offer. I guess we just go ahead and get the people I was looking at. Chuck Nevitt, minimum. Boom. And then Charles Jones could be my backup power forward. Why not? Oh, he shoots 36%. That's why. That's why that won't be happening. Tom McMillan. I don't know who some of these guys are, really. Rich Kelly. He was decent. But I need someone that can play power forward. So Nader's old. Lynn Elmore is also old. George Johnson. Oops. He looks decent. Oh, 38% as well. I'd like somebody that can shoot a little better than that. Caldwell Jones wants a little too much money. Frank Rakowski looks like he's going back. Or no. He does have a restricted, but it's the Celtics offering him. Is there anybody that has an interest in joining Hank McDowell? Hank McDowell. How's he look? This guy won't have to play that much, except for when there are injuries. He's not an offensive player. He's not great at defense, but he's a decent rebounder. Scooter McRae. Not a great shooter either. Worst rebounder. I guess I can try Neely and just see if the other offer falls through. Why not? Alright, that's my 3 offers. We're going to advance. It says Neely agrees with me. Perfect. We sure will renounce him. So re-sign Nevitt and Tiny, and we got Ed Neely. Perfect. Who's Tony going with? Looks like he's leaving the Sixers for Atlanta. Mike Mitchell, probably going back to the Spurs. Eddie Johnson might go to the Cavs. Henderson, who was on the Bulls already. Roundfield. So the Hawks are using the money they're saving from Roundfield and giving it to Tony. And the Warriors are going after him. Nobody's going after Lonnie Shelton. I can't do that, so. Alright, I need a couple more wing players, another big guy, which was already really hard to find the ones I did. Sam Mitchell wants too much money. Is that the guy who shot? Oh my, that's just 27%. But he didn't really play. Jim Peterson wants too much money. I'd rather not get Fernston back. McDowell didn't look terrible. It says 99. So that's not going to happen. Charles Jones was somebody I looked at until I saw he shot 36%. Because he has no shooting ability. Like none whatsoever. Caldwell Jones, on the other hand, he's not going to accept that. That's too low, as I've learned. So I guess I try McDowell. Who else was here? Tyrone Corbin. So these rookies should be fine with taking minimum offers, but they're not. It's kind of unfortunate. Calvin Garrett, Rudy Macklin. Joe Bryant's going to go down more. He was kind of neat to have on the team. Wally Walker. Ron Brewer. Can I try Carlisle? Let's try Carlisle. It says 98 to the Suns. We'll see if they follow through with that. Oh, wow. So he wants to play for the Suns a little more than my team. That's okay. As this goes on, I guess I can get through Moratorium too and see if anybody pops back up, because that's always fun. So Carlisle accepted with the Suns. Let's just get through Moratorium. Here we go. We'll renounce Jelly Bean. So we got 3 guys coming back. I don't want to match. I don't know what that means. Hopefully that doesn't mean he's making $250. Where's signed? Why does it say $250? Okay, well, I signed him for $90, so I'll probably go change that back to what it's supposed to be. Anybody good show up? So Gerald Henderson's still here. Lonnie Shelton. Warriors are giving him money. We've got Steve Hayes. That McDowell guy that I was looking at still there, so I guess that's who I'm going with. Unless these guys are ever going to want it, which doesn't look like they are, so let's go with Hank McDowell. Hank McDowell coming to the pay. Oh my gosh, he wants too much money. I thought he was affordable when I was looking at him. Not so much. Wally Walker, what do you do? Okay at defense. That's good enough for a third stringer. He doesn't have badges would be nice because I have a young team. Campy Russell will take the minimum. And he has 2 badges. It's not very many. Jeff Lamp has a torn hamstring, so it's not great. Joe Bryant also has 2 badges. Maybe I bring Campy to the team. He'll go down probably 2 more overall. But for the minimum, he's not very fast, but he's 33. Who else was I looking at? I already got all my point guards. Where's he going? Oh. We've got Spinarkle. I do need another. Do I do Russell? Brian will probably go down too. I could actually get both of them if I wanted. Let's get Jelly Bean back. What's my team looking like right now? I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 people. Centers are good to go. Neely is technically my backup power forward. I'm offering Jelly Bean. We've got Johnson and Carter. Point guards are good. So I could go ahead and offer Campy Russell. Let's do Campy Russell and then another like shooting guard or power forward. Let's do Russell. minimum. Power forward. McDowell is too much right now. Fernston was not very good. Jay Murphy. Oh, he's 84 at close shots. Can't make a mid-range shot. Has no consistency. Doesn't play defense. Not a very good rebounder. But when he played, he shot 51%. Played 36 games for the Bucks. He will take the minimum, it looks like. Bob Thornton is really expensive. I'm not sure why. Wait, didn't he just get traded? Or no, he was just popping up in trade offers. So he must have got cut or something. I'm not sure. Robish. So maybe Jay Murphy makes sense. Keeling. He was a rookie. He'll take the minimum. Maybe I get him to be my third string. He's a good defender. Let's do that. Will he take the minimum? Perfect. Come on to the team. All right. Bryant is on the Pacers. And then, oh, somebody's competing for Russell. Looks like he'll go to the Hawks. Which means he still won't take the minimum. Calvin Garrett is also being offered by the Hawks. Maybe we try Jay Murphy, minimum. So Russell signed elsewhere. Keeling, still good. Murphy's still good. Is that all I need? 3-point guards. If I get Keeling, that'll be 3 shooting guards. If I get Murphy, it'll be 3 power forwards, and I'll have a roster spot open, which I kind of like. Although, last offseason, after it was done, there were no real people, or very few real people left in the free agent pool, which made me sign a fake guy. So maybe I do fill my team. So I'm getting Murphy and a small forward. There's Murphy. I could get... He's also an undrafted rookie. He has no offensive ability or defense. Well, he's laterally quick. That's about all he's got. Not looking super attractive. Rudy Macklin. Jeff Lamp's getting 4 offers. Wally Walker is, overall wise, the best I can do, but his stats didn't look very good. Shot 40%. Not what I like. Clay Johnson cannot play small forward. Davis wants too much, I'd imagine. Yep. Oh, Scooter McRae was the guy. He would probably be a decent small forward. He's smaller, and he can't rebound very well, I don't think. Oh, that's a B. Scooter McRae? Maybe. Sam Mitchell would be wonderful. Why nobody signed him? I guess because they don't have money. Alright, let's just do Wally Walker. Alright, Keeling signed. Walker has no offers. Oh, Murphy has an offer. But I'm above the Nets, technically tied, so I'm not sure how that'll go. Let's find out. And he accepted another offer. So the guy I actually wanted. So that means I need to go after a different power forward. Point guards or shooting guards. Well, Walker is better than Jelly Bean. power forward would be preferred. Is there anybody at center? These are the only two real guys here. Elmore does have a badge. Hayes can't play power forward. Elmore was on, well, he didn't even play last year, so that probably makes him go down quite a bit. McRae already has an offer. The Sonics. Fernston just wasn't very good, and he has an offer. I really wish Sam Mitchell would just sign with me. Hank McDowell won't sign. Any of these guys play power forward? Curry can, or Scurry. I guess we try McRae. And Reggie Johnson potentially. Not good at defense, terrible rebounder. Robish is 35 years old with no badges. Like, the main benefit of getting somebody that old is he can mentor somebody, but not if you don't have badges. So maybe I get Lynn Elmore. McRae, I'm not first, so he'll not sign with me. Elmore will. His isn't going down fast enough for him to be an option. Probably same with Corbin. Screwed him McRae, accept another offer. So Lynn Elmore will be on my team. And now my team is full. We've got 3 at every position, 4 centers, but Elmore's probably going to play center. So let's go to the end here. Let's see, McDowell will end up signing with somebody. Tony Brown will sign with somebody. I didn't even see him. I didn't notice him. I don't know why I didn't look at him, but keep on going. Sam Mitchell has offers now. Probably not good. Oh, wow. So the Cavs somehow found money. I can't sign anybody else unless I cut somebody, but I'm not going to do that. So I guess I'm done. I guess it's over. I mean, if I can get him. Oh, it says decline the offer. It's the same offer that everybody else is giving, except the Lakers are a lot better than me. And so are the Pistons, so. He'll accept that. I think it has to be 86 for somebody to accept. So these guys will get signed, and that will leave Reggie Johnson, Robish, and Scurry as the only real people. Nope, Armand Hill is also real. Didn't see him down there. Anybody else hiding? Not worth seeing, I guess. Okay, let's see the progression now. Or, well, let me change some numbers, because that was getting annoying looking at these random numbers people were. We've got... Well, Ewing can't be 33 because it's Kellogg, and I will respect that. I think in All-Star games he was 30, but he can't be 30 because that's retired. Later with the Magic he was 6. so we're going to go with 6. That might have been what he was in Team USA, too. Random number 6. There we go. Not so random, I guess. 12. He can be 11. I think Neely was 20. And 23 is fine. Walton was 32. I think Elmore was 41. Everybody else looks good. I'm not changing any positions right now. Let's look at some progression. Clark Kellogg went up 2. That's good. Johnson did not, but he's 29, so I didn't really expect him to. Kellogg has 27 badges. That's beautiful. What did he go up in? Shooting. Get better in rebounding. Not in defensive. Went down in speed. Stamina. Why are their staminas going down? Johnson did go up in some things, just not enough to actually go up in overall. Alright, what else? Ewing's a rookie, so he didn't go up or down. Stockton's up 4. That's great. Ellis is up 3. Harper's up 4, making that trade look fantastic. Because if I go over to the Mavericks, I bet Herb probably didn't go up. I don't know if he went down, but... So Bill Walton only went down 1. I expected him to go down more than that. He didn't lose any badges, which is great. Carter stayed the same. Nate did go down a few, but he's 36, to be expected. Walker... Neely went down 1 at 25. That's not great. Elmore's down 3. Bryant's down 3. So we're hoping that they won't have to play. They're just bringing some experience to the team. I've got 5 people over 31, but I also have 4 people 23 or younger. So I'll take it. Let's go look at Herb. He did go down 1, unless it's still because he's mad. It might just be because he's mad. He was down 1 with me. I don't know if... Well, it shouldn't matter in this, I don't think. I think this is their true overall without anything else hindering them. Did he actually go... Well, it doesn't make much sense. He went up in most things, so... I don't know. Let's do a quick look through the league to see who jumped more. Michael Ray Richardson went down 5. There's Lister. He did go up 1 after I traded him. There's my team. Benson went down 3. Isaiah went up another 1. So the Spurs did get Mitchell back. Iceman went down a couple. Gilmore went down 3. He's 35 now. Davis down 2. Lucas down 4. Sonics. Bowie went up 3. He's an 81 overall. He got picked 8th last year. Oh my. This was my favorite for a potential finals appearance last season, and now I feel like I should double down on that. They should really be challenging the Lakers for the Western Conference title. Drexler went up 5. Lever even went up 3. Crazy, crazy potential in this team. Warriors, relatively the same. Sixers, Moses and Dr. J went down a bit. Even Cheeks did. Bucks, Larry Cannon, who I think was supposed to be retired already, is down 4. Barkley only went up 2. I was expecting a bigger jump than that, but he'll probably keep climbing. Michael Jordan up 4. The Bulls didn't make many changes to their team, it looks like. That's another thing I haven't really been looking at. But really the draft was the main thing, other than those few guys over 80 in the free agent list, like Eddie Johnson, who went down 1 at age 26, but they got a new third best player. Bird stayed the same. Parrish went down. Johnson went up. McHale went down. Clippers, Terry Cummings is now a 91 overall. Averaging 23 points a game. Clippers have a stud, but they just drafted Karl Malone as well, which means Malone will be coming off the bench, I imagine. I'll have to look at his number. Please don't be number 17. Oh, he wasn't 32 because they had Bill Walton, and I just took Bill Walton from them, so now he can be 32. Perfect. They signed Tony to join Rivers and Wilkins in the backcourt, but he went down 1. Willis went up 3. Lots of down here for the Jazz. Kings still aren't very good. The Knicks continue to be bad. Lakers, you're back-to-back champions here. Worthy went up 3 after getting most improved player. Kareem's down 4. Wilkes is down 1. Scott's up 2. Alright, and that's where we started. So we're going to skip past the Summer League. I need to look up where the All-Star game was in 1986. 1986 NBA All-Star game is in Dallas, not New York. Boom. Continue. We will load. I did finish the 86 draft class, so if you're interested in using my draft classes, you can find them under the online ID Yippee-Ki-Yay. I'm out of upload spots now, so I actually created a new account that I'll share probably in a future video once I'm having to use those. But here's 86. Let's go ahead and see how those guys do in this game. So, a little preview of who's in the 86 class. Chuck Person, the Rifleman. We've got Ron Harper, Brad Daugherty, Len Bias, who's the second pick but never got to play in the NBA, Johnny Dawkins, Roy Tarpley, Chris Washburn was also a top pick, Kenny Skywalker, Brad Sellers, William Bedford, Arvidas. Aw, man, I must not have put Team World eligible on him. Not that it matters that much. There's John, not Hot Rod Williams, and Billy Thompson. So all of these guys are real. We'll see on this other side. There's Drazen. That's the only real guy on here. So I was hoping Sabonis would show up over there. Sabonis didn't actually come to the league until 95, but he was drafted here in 86. So he's going to come over. If you haven't watched my earlier videos, I've called out and complained that for some reason you can't give people international years and draft classes anymore. There are people that start with them. You can't edit them, add them, remove them. They're just there. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do that with Sabonis. I'm fine even it's a 3-year max, but that'd still be better than him just coming over immediately. Let's advance. So I'm curious now what the rankings are going into the season. So Lakers and Blazers, they're the two favorites. I should be hopefully, 10th. Nice. In this one I am 11th, and in this one 17th. That's the highest I've been so far. So if you look at my team, actually, before I do that, are there any real free agents left? Doesn't look like it. All fake guys. So I'm glad I filled my team with real people because I didn't want fake guys on my team. So hopefully as we go through draft classes and we get more real people into this season or this file, then there'll be fewer and fewer fake people playing on teams. The Nuggets were the main team last year doing it. So here's the team. Kellogg 87, Marquise Johnson 85, Patrick Ewing 84, Stockton 81, Dale Ellis 81, Bill Walton 81, Derek Harper 80. So last year I only had 3 people 80 overall, 80 or more overall. Kellogg, Johnson, and then Herb Williams. So now by drafting Ewing, Stockton went up 4, trading for Ellis, Walton, and Harper by getting rid of Herb, Reed, and my 10th overall pick. I have now 7 80 or more overall. So Butch Carter will be in the rotation as well. My 9th man is, I guess, up for consideration, because Walton will be playing center and probably some along with Ewing. Harper, point guard, shooting guard, and Carter, shooting guard, small forward. So I guess I need a small forward, power forward, which Walker, Neely, probably Neely to start out, just because he's younger. He could potentially get better. Len Elmore's going up for some reason after he went down 3. But you do you. And then the last thing I want to look at is scouting, mock drafts. So just to see the actual players here. The team is not as important because they're just in alphabetical order right now. But it says Chuck Person will be the first pick over Brad Daugherty. We've got Sabonis, Harper, Williams. I forgot about Dennis Rodman. Rodman's in this draft class. Petrovic, Walker, Scott Skiles, Washburn Bedford, Duckworth, Price, Mark Price, great point guard. Sellers, Nate McMillan, Del Curry, sharpshooter, Bias, Thompson, Addison, Gaddison, John Sally, Buck Johnson. So those are all real people. Cool. I did something right by editing all the fake people. Drowling's real, Johnny Dawkins, Presley. So this is where the fake people start. And then there's Jeff Hornacek. I'm not sure. I don't think he'll stay a second round projection unless in this instance his potential doesn't exist. But he was drafted very low in real life, but had one of the better careers of this draft class. Wingate, Newman, I think, Tarpley's real, Bowie's real, Kempton's real. So a lot of real people. So again, hopefully by getting more and more real people into this thing, we'll get fake people out. Cool. I don't think there's anything else I want to show here. Maybe as a last thing, let's look at all players. Who's the top of the league at each position? We got Magic and Isaiah just way in front of the rest of the league at point guard. 97, 95, and then it drops to 87. My guy is right here, 81 in his second year, ready to soar up some more. I don't remember how many badges he had before, but 25 seems like a lot more than what he had, so cool. He gained some badges. So I'm feeling comfortable with my point guard. At shooting guard, Moncrief, for probably the last season, he'll be better than Michael Jordan. Jordan might pass him even during this season, I don't know. He averaged 25 points as a rookie, and he's probably going to average more now. Here's my shooting guard. So I've got the 7th best shooting guard in the league. Technically, I'd like him to play at small forward, but with Dale Ellis, he's going to be my shooting guard. At small forward, Mark Aguirre. So Worthy almost passed him by shooting up. What, three overall, I think is what it was. Dantley, Dominique. I don't think he went up. I don't remember if it said he did. Dr. J went down, falling down the list here. My small forward is right here, 81. Decent. Power forward, Larry Bird, way in front of everybody. Terry Cummings shot up as well. Kiki, McHale. There's Special K. Tied for 4th in the league after going up 2 overall. There's rookie Charles, or not rookie anymore, second year now, Charles Barkley. Really happy with Kellogg. Hopefully he stays on the happy side of life. He was not very happy, but I think it's because I wasn't a great team. I think he really wants to be on a winning team. And centers, you got Moses, second year Olajuwon, the Chief, Parrish, Abdul-Jabbar dropped down, but then Patrick Ewing as a rookie is in the top 10 of the Indiana Pacers. And there's overall everybody. So you've got exactly 10 people, 90 or better overall. I don't know what it is in like the actual 2K roster for the current season. How many people are 90 or more? I would guess it's more than 10, but don't know. All right. Well, next time I'm live, I will start simulating through this season. Offline, I'll be doing like my rotation and mentors and stuff like that, and probably go through the league and fix numbers for some of the key guys. So Karl Malone's not number 17, and then we'll get back to it. All right. Till next time, Shoe Shack Redemption signing off. Thanks, guys.